See, as you know, as already in the prefatory remarks has been said that education makes a nation. So it's very important. Even Thirukural, the great, extraordinary work in Tamil, Thiruvalluvar says, Karka, learn, kasadara, learn well. That is, learn without any defects in your learning. Then katrapin nirka, then you follow what you have learned. That's what he says. So learning is extremely important. And now, as my experience is limited more to Tamil Nadu, I have been an English language journalist and I have studied in English schools. I never studied a single word of Tamil through my education because I was born in Calcutta, then it's continued in Chennai and all that. I didn't have, but because it was my mother tongue, I learned it thoroughly and learned it with great interest. And I've also got some awards for my writing in Tamil. I published about 25 books. And I'm a speaker and also a writer of lyrics, which great music directors have composed. I mention all these things not to brag about myself, of course not. But at one point of time, after I was at a loose end at one time. Then through a Tamil channel for about 1.5 years, I ran a course for the channel called Tamil Vali Angilam. That is teaching English through Tamil. So while doing that, it was a new thing for me too. I was not a teacher. I was a writer in English and a speaker in English, but not a teacher of English grammar. But I learned more grammar, which has improved my writing too, I believe. At that time, this is why I'm trying to underline this experience, personal experience. I found that thousands and thousands of Tamil students, students who have gone through the Tamil medium in Tamil Nadu, despite having sat in English classes for, say, 12 years, 13 years, their English was so poor. It was almost next to nothing. And there's always a place. I could have made millions trying to teach and becoming a teacher of English to so many people, because even this two-language formula, which is claimed for Tamil Nadu, English, except in other schools, English medium schools, in some schools which are known for some degree, some standard of teaching, most students just sit through years and years of through classes. So what were they doing? My heart bleeds for such wasted time. What were the teachers doing then? So this two-language formula, three-language formula, this is the question now, big question. Three-language formula, I believe, should be there. Because, there are a lot of Telugu panelists. I love Tyagaraja so much. I understand his music, try to understand his music. But some words that I don't understand. Now, how it troubles me. If a little I had Telugu knowledge, I would have been a different person, I think. The same way, let me tell you, during my interactions with M.S. Viswanathan, the great music director, once he asked me, "Sir, do you know Telugu? Do you know Hindi?" I said, "Yes, sir, from first standard till my school living thing, I learned." Then his face became small because he was so much impressed by Hindi songs, film songs. Though he did not directly copy, he was inspired. And once he took me to Naushad and he told me to tell Naushad. Both of Naushad was this side, MSV was here. Then he told me, "You come on, explain in Hindi how much I worship him, how much I love him."
Yeah.
Would this have happened? He did not have an education. He did not need it. because he was such an extraordinary genius that he did not need education in any language. He was so capable. But he told me if he had known Hindi, he would have enjoyed things more. Yeah. So what I am saying is that first thing, teaching students, the teacher must be responsible for the student. He must see that the time, especially in government schools. Now the question is, many of the politicians run CBSE schools. They are teaching Hindi also. But when it comes to, they say that that is the CBSE system. In the government school, we don't want it. So it seems a double standards. When you are prepared, if you think 2 language is the best for Tamil Nadu, then you must follow 2 language in your schools also. You must not take up 3 languages. Sir, second thing, the standard of teaching, the teacher is extremely important, more than the taught. Every student's eye, he looks at the teacher. He must set standards. Those things are also missing. So I would like to assert, along with the new education policy, which I think is good, there must be some accountability at all stages. Even the mother, Thiruvalluvar says, the mother, even the mother will not like to look at the face of a drunkard son. Why? The son has not behaved like a responsible man. If a son drinks and he comes there, his mother, Indral Muhatteyum Innadal, even the mother will hate the person who has drunk and who is in a drunken state, which means all life is made of responsibilities. Students you should not pressurize them. That is true. You should give them time. Some students need more time, special time. Everything is okay. But all life is based on accountability. This thing, on the basis of equality and the basis that of a persecution complex, that so many people have been denied education for. Education is not just book education. Yeah. Bharati says his father put him in an English school and he says, Ganidam Pannirandu Andu Payilvar. For 12 years they study mathematics and astronomy. Kar Kol Vanil or Mean Nilai Tera. And when you look up at the sky, you don't know a single star. You don't know what is happening in the sky. So that should be education, good education. Karka, Kasadara, Karpavai, Katrapi, Nirka, Adarku Taha. Unfortunately, our politicians are making politics of everything. They are not really giving students, the future generations, their life, their value. No value should be given, passed on to students. That's most important thing. Yeah. And so I believe I later, if I get a chance, I will speak about how the new education policy is needed. But what we need is, you must give time. You must extract things out of the student. You can't say he didn't study. There are students now so much of freedom that they beat up the master, the teacher. If he asks too many questions, they are afraid. Yeah. So such things should change. That is the best education policy.